So we don't teach our children anything. Everything that they learn is in response to either their interests or their questions. We have no curriculum, we have no school hours. We really just respond whenever they want to know something and do our best to make sure they really get it. And my big fear about free schooling was that if my kids only went towards what they were interested in, saving all of their real estate only for things they're interested in, not cramming it with anything necessary, I was concerned that they would never be interested in things like reading and writing and math. My son's 6, and it took some patience, and not comparing myself to other moms, but this is his book. Look at this. Lamp, egg, jar, lion.
That brag. Not comparing myself to other moms, but check this out. Oh, now, to be clear, every kid does have their own pace when it comes to learning things. But that for a 6-year-old? But we'll go deeper than that. And again, every kid does have their own pace. Okay, my eldest daughter, for example, learned how to speak at a younger age than my second daughter, the youngest one. However, the eldest one spoke at a younger age, but it took longer for her to talk and form sentences than my youngest daughter. So it's more so like my youngest daughter withheld that and then suddenly, just out of the blue, just started talking, right? But, yeah, this is something that you would get handled under the age of 6. It's not something to brag about. Hey, check this out. Oh.
This is him doing this by himself, copying down words from other places, asking us more. Same with addition. Mom, what's 7 plus 5? It will come at the right time. But if you do not like this idea of sending your kids away for 40 hours a week and then wondering why they have no energy to do anything else, if you are not into your kids conforming, trust that you can follow their interests and they will learn everything they need to learn, not what other people.
Okay, so in my opinion, my humble opinion, any pendulum that is swung a little too far on either side usually doesn't end too well, right? Similar to gentle parenting. Sounds great, yet people swing that pendulum and take it way, way too far, and then it's not good. Same here when it comes to homeschooling, or as she calls it, free schooling, right? Who needs school? Who needs to pay for school when you have free schooling? So I'm not a fan of this, okay? Why? Beyond, the proof here. Hey, my 6-year-old, by himself. Beyond that, your kids need guidance. And again, this is my opinion, right? Your kids need guidance, and it's your job to prepare them for this world, and part of that means leading them, being a leader. And I know this saying or this term, lead them, be a leader, right? Oh, that's such a triggering word, a leader. It's not good to be led. Hey, in some cases, it is. Remove that label. No, being led, having someone lead you is actually quite amazing and, in fact, very beneficial in some cases. Okay, imagine you went to stay at one of your friends' houses, right? And it's the first time you've ever been there. A hypothetical, right? Your friend got a new house and it's a big house, huge. And you go there and say they don't tell you or show you anything. So you arrive, and instead of, say, giving you a tour, hey, this is where you're going to sleep. By the way, if you need this, it's in this cupboard here. If you need that, it's over there. You just walk in the house, and they're just silent. Like, hey, thanks for coming over. And everything is on you. So where's my room? Where am I sleeping? Oh, I'm following your interest. You're interested about your room. Hey, it's up there. I'll show you. Then you're in the room, and it's silent again. So where's the bathroom? Oh, you're interested in the bathroom. Let me show you. What kind of experience is that, right? Just waiting for you to do it. You have to lead, and only then either correcting you. Oh, no, it's not that way. It's to the right. Like they don't say anything. You're just walking down the hall. Okay, I'm going to go left. No, it's to the right. So either corrected, or only when you do or ask something do you get an answer. No, in that case, you want to be led. You want your friend to lead you and show you around, give you the tour, show you how it works. Hey, here's this, here's that. Okay, thank you. Same here. Your kids are entering this thing called life. They're entering the world. And you're not going to show them around? You're not going to be like, hey, check all these things out and ultimately expose them to all aspects of life. You're just going to wait. Oh, you're interested in that aspect? Okay, here's the answer. Oh, you're interested in that? Here's the answer. No. And you cannot project your adult self in their body. They aren't you. They haven't fully developed. They're still growing. They, especially at a young age, still don't know how to regulate their emotions. They have such a limited perspective of the world. You cannot let them lead. Now, of course, pendulum on the other side, this doesn't mean being a controlling helicopter dictator parent. They will never lead, only me. No, it's in the middle. But this here, they need guidance. They need you to guide them. They need you to lead them. And a perspective that has really helped me when it comes to raising my two daughters is the way that I view it is you have a very limited amount of time to ultimately prepare your children for the world. And that's your job as a parent, right? You have 18 years from the moment they're born to the moment till, hey, they're an adult now, to prepare them for life. And the question that every parent should ask themselves is, how are you going to spend that time? How are you going to spend those 18 years, right? And you have to make sure during that time that they have the necessary knowledge, the necessary skills, including social skills, and the necessary self-esteem to make it in the world. And it's a balancing act, right? Okay, I have 18 years. How am I going to balance knowledge, skills, and self-esteem? And if you go too far on one, it's usually not good, right? If you say just focus on self-esteem, right? Parents will try to do this by creating a safe space for their kid. You know what? It's all about bonding and connection and gentle parenting taken way too far. And I'm just going to shelter them and be there for them. They need hugs and that's it. And if they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. Safe space, safe space. And you think that that is going to help them with their self-esteem, but that's not true. Why? Because you ignore knowledge and skills. And not just that, but by creating a safe space, you're delaying the inevitable where they're eventually going to meet life and life is going to knock them out. So instead of, hey, I'm keeping you sheltered for those 18 years and now poof, all at once you have to learn these things, I'd much rather small chunk it over those 18 years. Oh, I have time. I have 18 years to small chunk all the lessons, all the things they need. And it's not a safe space. It's, yes, working on their self-esteem, but also knowledge and skills. And knowledge, I would not overestimate myself. Like for me, if I were to do this, no way would I think that I have enough knowledge to fully prepare my kid for the world. No way. Okay, I'd never overestimate that. And I would never overestimate my biases. Every single human has biases. And you're ultimately exposing them to this one or two, right, depending on the parents, perspective. That's it. It's here. You have our perspective and our lessons and our subjective view of the world, and that's what you're going to learn from. Oh, no, I want them to be exposed to a lot of different points of view, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different people, not just me. Now, that's for the knowledge, but then the skills. And this is something personally, when it comes to homeschooling, I have seen people do it very successfly, to be clear. Not in this case, in my opinion, but I've seen people do it well. But for me, I'm not a big fan. Why? not even just for the knowledge, although that's very important. Again, being exposed to multiple sources as opposed to living in an echo chamber, but also for the skills. And the most important skill is social skills, right? Learning the different social cues, developing social intelligence. And that's only something that you can do with a lot of experience. You need a lot of reference experiences. You need to talk to a lot of people, to be exposed to a lot of people to start reading these cues. And if you just isolate your kid at home, or just, hey, a few friends, some of the neighbor friends, or our friends' kids, and that's it, it's still very sheltered. So I'm not a big fan of that personally. And the same here, where it's, anything they're interested in, that's what we'll do. Well, if you think of exposing them to all aspects of life, that also means exposing them to doing things that they don't want to do and seeing what that feels like. Seeing what it feels like to have to do something that you don't want to do and still do it. Because that's also a part of life, right? Experiencing boredom. Things like that. Like, my parents said no on something I was interested in. Oh, I'm bored and my parents not rushing to the rescue to entertain me. Yeah, that's part of exposing them to life. And then your job once more is to show them everything, and teach them how to ultimately deal with it in the best and healthiest way, right? And that means show them different points of view, not just your own as a parent or as parents. It can't be this limited knowledge.